What's up, solar family? How are you? It's James here. Hopefully you're doing amazing. In this video, I want to talk about love language, right? And no, hopefully your head is not in the gutter. It's not love language as far as, love or whatnot. But what is your homeowner's love language, right? And my wife was reading a book called The 5 Love Languages. And years ago, right, it kind of dawned on me. I was like, this is a perfect topic. Because if you haven't read the book, The 5 Love Languages, it's basically a book that tells you that every single person has different ways where they feel appreciated and ways they feel loved. So what I mean by that is, for example, for me personally, I like it when my wife hugs me. I like it when we're driving the car and she grabs my hand, on her own or whatnot without me trying to force her and grab her hand. I like it when she initiates touching me, right? I'm a touchy-feely kind of dude. So I like it when she basically touches my hand and things like that and hugs me. So my love language, for example, is more physical, right? When I get the physical touch, that's when I feel like I'm being loved and I'm being cared for, right? So for example, for my wife, she's total opposite, right? She doesn't really care about the hugs. I mean, obviously, I think every woman does. But for her, it's always the thought process, right? When I give her gifts and things of that nature, the gift itself, say for example, if it was Louis Vuitton purse. The Louis Vuitton purse doesn't carry as much weight to her than the actual message or the note or the letter that I wrote to her, right? That carries a lot more weight to her, and she feels more loved when she knows that I actually took the time to write something out and it came from the heart, right? Obviously she loves Louis Vuitton as well, don't get me wrong, but that's her love language, right? It's the thought process. Did you really put thought into whatever you did, right? And that's her love language. And obviously there's other love languages out there, but you're probably asking yourself, what, James, how's this pertaining to sales, bro? Now are you like a family counselor or whatnot, right? A marriage counselor? That's not what I'm getting at. So bear with me, and this is why this pertains to sales. Every homeowner has their love language. Obviously, I'm not saying to go touch them and things like that, right? What I mean by that is every homeowner has their own way they consume information, right? Whether they are more visual, maybe they're more auditory. So for example, if you sat down with an engineer, every engineer is going to need a lot of information, right? They're going to need the spec sheet. They're going to need to see the numbers. They're going to need to see how much kilowatt hours they're currently using, how much does the system produce. They probably want you to sketch graphs out and things of that nature. Obviously, they're more analytical. And for me, for example, I'm the total opposite, right? I'm more like, show me the gist, and I can make a decision based on the gist, right? I don't need all the details. But what that means is you need to be able to conform and adapt to every single situation that you're in, and knowing the style that your homeowner, how they consume information, that's going to really help you close the deal, right? Because during your consultation, obviously you have a pitch, but you basically also need to be a chameleon, meaning that you can adapt, you can change the pitch, you can speak to your audience depending who your audiences are, and you need to be able to know what is that homeowner's love language, right? Because if you presented analytical information to me, started showing me all these spec sheets, you would probably bore me to death, right? And I'm like, bro, this is not going to work, right? I don't want to move forward. So the main takeaway here is know how your homeowner consumes information, whether they're analytical. So that means that you have to show them a lot of information, get really detailed with that homeowner, or maybe they're like me, where they just want the gist, right? So adjust to the homeowner, know their love language, and I guarantee you, you're going to close a whole lot more deals. So hopefully that made sense. So if you want to dive in deeper, maybe you're new in the industry, you want to get in the industry, make sure you book your solar strategy call. It's going to pop up right above this video. And before you take off, make sure you click the subscribe button and also the like notification so this video gets shared to all of our solar family. Other than that, have an amazing day. Peace.